Good morning. Welcome back to a brand new episode of J by Tech, latest technologies at hand. Have you ever wondered how the Ethernet cables which run through your office or your home is actually made? Learning how to crimp an Ethernet cable is actually one of the most fundamental knowledge bases which every network engineer must know while entering into the arena. At any point of time, be it a new installation or changing the server rack from one place to another, the need of new Ethernet cables are inevitable. Therefore, my goal of this video is to teach you how to crimp a Cat6 Ethernet cable. There are two color coding protocols which are used while crimping an Ethernet cable. It is the T568A and the T568B. Out of this, the T568B is the most commonly used protocol, especially for straight cables. The color coding of T568B is mainly orange white orange, green white, blue blue white, green, brown white brown. Whereas for the T568A, the orange and the green pairs get interchanged or exchanged. That is green white green, orange white, blue blue white orange, brown white brown. There are two types of Ethernet cables which we can crimp. It is the straight through cable and it is the crossover cable. Straight through cables are mainly used when devices of two different types are connected between each other. For example, laptop and a switch and a router and so on. Whereas a crossover cable is mainly used when two devices of the same kind are connected with each other. For example, a computer and a computer, a switch and another switch via a trunk port, a router and another router. They all have the same type of port configuration, and therefore crossover cables were essential. But in today's modern world, due to a new feature known as Auto MTIX, there is virtually no need of crossover cables. The ports essentially detect which type of cable which you are using and adjust automatically according to our need.
So now let's get into the actual crimping of the cable. I have taken over here a 1 meter cable which has a few centimeters above its length. So what I would suggest is you to take 4 centimeters per side more than the actual length of the cable. So because while crimping there is a certain amount of length loss, so in order to compensate for that, so there are two types of RJ45 connectors. One is the regular ordinary one which you have to manually measure the size and cut, and there is the pass-through cables which I'll show you towards the end. The first step is to strip off the cable. And just separate the wires. You can just go ahead and cut off the thread and the plastic. Now what you have to do is to unpair these pairs of cables. Okay, so now you have to grab something smooth, something which is comfortable with your thumb. The main goal is to straighten out the wires, so something which is comfortable for you is fine. Okay, perfect. So now we have to arrange the wires according to the color coding standards, which is orange white orange, green white, blue blue white, green, brown white brown. So I'll just arrange the wires according to that. Orange, green, white, blue white, green, brown white brown, and then I'll just straighten it out. Okay. So now what we have to do is, first I'll show you how to use the regular RJ45 connectors. So you just have to measure the length of the RJ45 connector, and then approximately over here, and then cut the wire at that position. And then you can measure again. Yeah, it's kind of perfect, just straighten it out. Okay, Now you can confirm again if the color coding is correct or not. Orange, white, orange, green, blue, blue, white, green, brown, white, brown. Okay, you can go ahead and insert the other wires into the RJ45 connector. Now one thing you have to remember is the metal part should be should be facing towards you. Insert it. You can just push it gently in order to confirm that the wires have gone towards the maximum, and after that, after confirming everything, you can just go ahead and take the crimping tool and crimp the rest of the and then crimp the port. Okay, so one side crimping is done. Now moving towards the second side, you can just insert the protective covers, and then you can repeat the exact same steps. So now I've straightened out the cable. Now we need to arrange according to the color coding protocols. If you want to create a straight through cable, we need to follow the same protocol over here, that is the T568B. But if you want to create the crossover cable, you can follow the T568A over here. But for the sake of the video, I'm making a straight through cable. Therefore, I'm going to use the color coding of T568B. So, orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, white, green, brown, white, brown. Okay. So after arranging and straightening out the cable, now we can insert the connector. So the second type of RJ45 connector which I have is the pass-through cable. So this makes the process of crimping much more easier, because the other one you had to measure the size, but for this case you just have to insert it directly. Yeah. See, it comes straight through, there is no need to cut and so on. Just confirm the color coding: orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, brown, white, brown. Perfect. And then you can go ahead and crimp using the crimping tool again.
Let me just interrupt you there for a second right now. This is me from the future. There is a slight detail which I missed during the making of the video. That is, there are two different kinds of crimping tools which are out there. This one is specifically made for pass-through RJ45 connectors. As you can see, there is a blade at the end of the connection which will cut off the excess wire passing through the pass-through connector. Whereas this one is the regular one, it does not have that blade and it's for regular RJ45 connectors. So there are two different kinds out there in the market, so please do be careful while buying the one suitable for you. Now let's go straight back to the video.
Okay. Okay, as you can see, the crimping has been successfully finished. Now in order to test whether it is working or not, you can just take the Ethernet tester and then insert it towards both the ends and then press on test. As you can see, the 3 is not coming. That is a small crimping problem. You just remove it and then crimp it again. Crimp both sides of it again. Now just insert it again and then moment of truth. Perfect, it is working perfectly. So now this wire has been successfully crimped. Now this is your Ethernet cable. Hope the procedures were clear. If you have any further doubts or queries, please do post in the comment section below.
That's all for this video. Hope you were able to learn something new. So till the next time we meet, bye bye.